had a few clubs we were talking to over the last time period. I actually talked to Tampa Bay a lot about 10 days ago about the possibility of acquiring David Price. It always was pretty much a three-way trade, and there really wasn't much said about it at all after we talked a little bit at that time, and just continued to say that we did have some interest there. Andrew Friedman, their general manager, of a great deal of respect, he called me late last night, actually, on my way home, and asked me if we would still have interest in pursuing it. And it sent me a text earlier, but actually reached out phone call wise later last night when I was driving home, and then sort of outlined the parameters of where it would possibly go. These things are never easy to do one-on-one trade, let alone three clubs being involved. He talked to Seattle. He had been talking to Seattle about some possible trades. We had been talking to Seattle about possible trades, and it all just sort of meshed together. Today, more conversations were held early today. First of all, when I came in this morning, because I really had not discussed anything seriously with our coaching staff, with Brad and the staff, with our scouts that were in town. And the first thing this morning, I got together with our staff and discussed the possibility of the deal as it was outlined and how they felt about it. Did they think it would be a good deal for us? In turn, got our scouts together that were in town, discussed the same topic. We went back and forth a couple times, and then things started to really roll at that point. But then I talked to Mr. I, and again, thankful to Mr. I once again for supporting us with this move. He signed off on it, and then it started. We really, before the game, Brad had reached out to me and texted me, said, anything new? And I said, no, there's really not anything new, which there wasn't. We were just kind of in a holding pattern. And then I was actually walking down to the game, and about 5-1, and my phone rang. And that's when everything started to move real quickly. Well, the way we looked at it and the question that we asked ourselves is, what gives us the best chance of winning a world championship this year? Now, we have to get there. I mean, we know that. So, I mean, it's not only it's getting there, but also trying to win a world championship. And we thought adding him to our rotation at this point would give us the best chance to do that. And I know Joakim Soria had a little bit of a shaky outing the last time. He was better today. We think with the addition of Joakim and with David Price that really does help our ball club. Now, we give a little bit. I mean, we traded two players from the big league level that we like a great deal, but we just thought we would be better, give us a better chance to win with David Price taking the ball the rest of the season. I think what happened, there were a lot of names out there. There were a couple guys that we were interested in, but we weren't looking at just trying to get a player. We were talking about getting an upgrade. And there's not a lot of those guys that were available.